Berkshire had a big beat when it came to earnings, but everybody's really talking about all that cash, $277 billion. How do you view that?
Well, Buffett's recent move suggests that he's playing both offense and defense at the same time. He's trimming exposure to potentially overvalued or risky sectors while he's keeping his powder dry for major acquisitions or investments, which is exactly consistent with the consensus of our most recent market opportunities and risk call. All of our center millionaires have been focused on cash holding positions to prepare for investment opportunities.
Yeah, you know what? During the annual meeting back in, I believe it was May, he did say he would like to spend, but things just don't look really attractive right now. So you believe that, he's being honest and kind of transparent. He's looking for something, but the valuations aren't quite right. We've seen a big decline when it comes to bond yields. We've obviously seen a massive sell-off on Wall Street. In your mind, is an acquisition, is some M&A coming up?
Well, you can't tell. These look like seismic shifts, and he could be betting on a recession. His cash pile has exploded 250% since 2022, and he's been dumping his tech and bank stocks. Berkshire nearly doubled its Occidental Petroleum stake from 136 million shares in March of 2022 to 255 million. So he's not just preparing for a downturn, he's positioning for long-term value in a sector that's crucial to economic recovery and sensitive to global political shifts.
What did you make of Berkshire trimming its holdings in Apple by nearly a half? In your mind, is that the right call right now, or do you have some questions about that? I'm sure you agree with a lot of things that Warren Buffett does, but I'm sure at times you do have some questions about different moves.
Well, again, it could be related to his goal of taking profits, portfolio rebalancing, or a strategic shift based on market outlook or valuation concerns. But ultimately, we see him keeping his powder dry so that he's ready to go if there's a big opportunity. He's now got more cash than the Treasury does. He now owns 4% of all T-bills. So he's sitting on a record of $277 billion in cash. He sold more cash last quarter than any other quarter in his entire history. So we think he's ready to go. He's waiting for big opportunities, and he's not going to move until he sees them, which again is consistent with our market opportunities consensus.
Barbara, it's so funny you mentioned that holding of T-bills. It's something I read as well. What is your view on that? Because we've seen, obviously much higher yields. I would imagine that Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, they locked in those higher yields when they were available. In your mind, how do you view that holding of U.S. Treasuries?
Well, it looks like he's just sitting on all this cash so that he can be opportunistically positioned, and that's a brilliant move. That's why he's ready to take any offensive position if he sees it, but he's still, a major shareholder in the different companies where he's reduced his holdings. He's just sitting on cash so that he has the flexibility to do what he needs to do. Again, that's our recommendation to our members as well, to be ready to move, but not move abruptly.
Okay, not move abruptly. One thing we haven't heard much about is Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett's investments in Japan. We've seen a very big change in the equity markets over there in Japan. Also, we've seen the rising yen impact that so-called carry trade. What is your view on Japan? Are you surprised that you haven't heard more about Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway looking to make some changes to their holdings in Japan?
Well, his holdings in Japan are relatively small compared to the rest of his portfolio. So the bigger bets and the bigger news is his reduction by almost 50% in Apple. As you said, he's reduced over 10% in Bank of America. His Japan holdings don't impact the entire portfolio, but he is making some strategic decisions here, and we're going to watch closely. Our take is that some of these decisions suggest that he's preparing for a recession and he wants to keep his powder dry.